Hello everyone, this is Awkward Audrey and welcome to my art hour. Today we'll be doing the second sketch request and raffle event, yay, where I'll take your requests and I will sketch them live here on Facebook Live, and then I will, at the very end of the art hour, will draw a winner for the raffle who will win one of those sketches, the sketch of their choice. How to enter into the raffle. I've said this a couple times, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows what to do at this point. One, show up for the art hour, like 5 minutes, that's really all it takes, and then just have a sketch request. You can get a bonus entry if you share this video or share the event with your friends and family, so that we can get more people watching and more interest in requests and contestants for the raffle. So today we will be starting out with three. Three people made a request prior to that, prior to the live Facebook hour, and I'll be going over those sketches. They get priority, finishing those sketches, and then we'll get to whatever requests you guys have, and then do the raffle. Right? Let's get started. That's Tangle. I'm going to handle that off screen. All right. Okay. So as always, let's take a look at our supplies here. So what I have going on the table are the three sketches for today. The watercolor paper I will be doing the final sketch on, which if the winner of the raffle would like, I can add some watercolors to their sketch, because I will not be watercoloring during the art hour. I used and will be using a mechanical pencil, number 2, 0.7 millimeter, and a kneaded eraser. Just a regular eraser in case I need something a little more sturdy. And then I will be using a calligraphy pen. I had a more fine-tipped pen before that I was going to use, but that ended up drying out when I was doing a test run. So we will not be doing that. Today we'll be using the calligraphy pen. Any of the sketches that do not get taken by the winner of the raffle will be up for purchase afterwards. Just let me know if you have any interest, and I will be posting them on the Facebook page sometime in the next day or two after the fact. Okay, so just to show why I'm using watercolor paper, I did want to spruce up a sketch from last month, and again I did a test run. And this was just a test run. I just sketched her. I didn't even do a pencil beforehand, and then I did watercolor on top of it. And while I love how the colors turned out, as you can see, it just warped the paper really badly because it was sketch paper, not watercolor paper. It's not as sturdy, and it didn't necessarily transfer the color as much as I would have hoped, especially on the skin. On the foxes, though, it went very well. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that again. We'll be using watercolor paper. Okay, so here we go. We have Cindy Grindell. Oh, you know what? We have Cindy Grindell. Hey, Caitlin, thanks for joining. So glad you're here. Here you go, and putting your name right into the raffle bag, dice bag as well. And Kathy Seibel. All right. And if any more entries show up, they will be put into the raffle as well. Okay, we're going to set that aside here and get started with the first sketch, octopus. The request was octopus, like the possum that I drew and watercolored a few months ago. So only a couple minutes. That's fine. I appreciate you being here. Like just as you've done perfectly. You're now in the raffle. All right. Oh yeah, I guess if you have to actually be here. So I'll take the names out in a minute. I'll take the names out in a minute for when Cindy and Kathy actually show up. So we're going to start with the octopus, and I did a little sketch here just to kind of get the anatomy down of the octopus. Where, let's see. So I learned a few things, and I always I try to get a little bit of insight into the subject that I am drawing, because there's always fun facts to be had about the creatures that I draw. And one is that this tube, there's only one. I, for some reason, thought that this tube was on both sides. No, it's not. It's just on one side, and it's generally the octopus's left side. This is their, this tube helps them propel water, and yeah, and then I decided there's like octopus have a whole bunch of like a whole range of like head shapes and sizes and how skinny and how thick the arms are. And apparently males have 2 extra arms for called depositors for mating. And apparently if you are a male, you either just deposit right into the female, or you just hand her, you just give her your arm, and then she can deposit it whenever she's ready. So I don't know how that that's just like super practical, instead of like it being like this really intimate moment. It's just super practical. Like, here, I got what you need. Feel free to use it however you want. So I decided just to keep it simple with the 8, and keep the depositors out of the picture. So I guess this one will be female. And what I really liked about looking at, and the inspiration from looking at different pictures for octopuses, is how curly the arms can get and how bendy. Because their whole existence is super bendy, where the only thing that they can't fit, like they can fit into any crevice, any hole, any tube that will allow their beak to fit. That's it. So like imagine having a brain and your eyes and your limbs and everything being that squishy. It's so cool. And then whenever and their arms were super twirly, not twirly, super curly. And I thought that just looked so cool. So I wanted to include that in my sketch today. And this is why we do preemptive sketches. I lost some room over here, so we're going to make sure there's enough room on the watercolor paper when we get down to business. All right, here we go. And since the request was like the possum is referring to an earlier art hour where I had a parting opossum, and it was super cute. I was imagining doing like a trashy party opossum, but it ended up being like, when I did the research into possums, they're like super chill, super nice. So I made it a very nice parting opossum. So for an octopus, I'm not really sure how we're going to make a parting octopus. I think I'm going to figure that out as I go along with the sketch. Okay, so let's start with the as with any creature, especially with humans, but really any creature, the most important aspect is the face. So everything else, if the face looks good, a lot of the other features can be forgiven. If all the other features are good, but the face isn't, then that's a little less forgiving. So we always start with the face, and we try to do our best, put our best foot forward when it comes to, or best tentacle forward when it comes to our art pieces. So let's start with the face. And the face is kind of hidden for an octopus because the mouth is underneath all the tentacles. It's the center of the tentacles. I'm going to start with a circle, just a light circle, get a feel for it, and then I'm going to put some big eyes on the sides. Let's see, I think I like this size better than that size, so we're gonna make it smaller. Right? Octopus are so cool. Okay. I'm gonna make it smaller, about that same size there. And um, looking at octopus eyes, there were a couple things that really stuck out to me that I wanted to make sure I incorporated in the design. Can you guys see the sketch here? Here, I'm gonna just put that up here so you guys can see it more clearly. Was that they had pretty thick eyelids. So like when you look here, I pretty much just took a circle and I chopped part of it off and then I rounded it out to include the eyeball. And that gives the idea that the eyelid is very thick. And so I loved that look. So I'm going to include that. But another feature that I noticed was their pupils. Their pupils are so interesting, as they're not circulars like most animals. There are several different types of pupils, and most octopuses have the rectangle, but some of them even have like a little W. Maybe it's just different cephalopods, because I know cuttlefish have a little W. That is a pupil. It's not round and it's not rectangular, it's a W. And that is so cool. I don't know why. Scientists don't really know why. It's one of those things that I hope we figure out in my lifetime, because I am just fascinated and I want to know why what difference that makes for an octopus. So we're going to draw thick eyelids and rectangle pupils. Okay. That doesn't look quite right. Try this again. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So when I go to ink this in, I will leave this part of the circle undrawn, so that we can see that it's attached to the head here. Okay, so now we're going to go to the octopus head, the rest of the octopus head. This is kind of where the face is, but the head is generally much larger. So we're going to kind of put these lines here to indicate, yep, these are opening up to the rest of the head, and we're going to draw the rest of the head. Starting, let's see. So it looks like where it attaches to like the eyes, or this part, is kind of right behind the eyes is where it starts. So you can't really see it from a front view. We're going to just kind of imagine it starting to go up. And then because it's super flexible, it almost immediately starts to droop down. So we got a little bit here on top. Then we're going to have a really droopy head like that. Like a hat, like a really fashionable droopy hat to fit the octopus's very large brain. Because they are so smart. Oh my god. And they can be pretty mischievous. Like, I know I'm food motivated, but when I was doing research on like how octopus creatures behave, they would often just escape their enclosures to go find food, or just because out of boredom, and then if successful in their adventures, they would come back, or they would find their way to the ocean. Okay, so that, let's see, how does that feel? Might need to make it a little bit bigger, but I'm going to draw the rest and see how it goes. So underneath this flap here is where the tube came out. So we're going to draw a little tube, nothing fancy. Here, let's see. Actually, let's see if I can get this closer in. You can see some of the more smaller details that I'll be working with. Okay, so how do you go about drawing a tube, right? So like if you draw it just like this, where the lines meet the circle, yeah, you got the tube, right? But that indicates that the tube is actually very thin. And while the tube may be thin, it does have a little bit of thickness to it. So you just kind of erase this part of the circle, and you draw a little bit of a circle inside, like a C. And that indicates that there is a tube, there's an opening, and there's a little bit of thickness to the tube. I hope you can see that. See that. Okay. So now let's get on to the rest of the body. Okay, so here's where we can get into the really curly parts of the octopus here. Now, I kind of drew these a little bit thick to get a feel for it, and I think I'm going to stick with that. Get some thick arms here. So the face here kind of continues down, and kind of starts like right there is where there's that little flap in between each of the tentacles. And so I'm kind of use that as the baseline. So this is like a skirt from the face, and out of the skirt is where the tentacles come into play. Wait a second. I switch things around here so you can get more in view here. Okay, let's see. So do that and kind of work from there. We want to get 8 because it's an octopus. 8 is like literally in the name. Let's do the first 2 here. I think I want them kind of swooping in, curling in, and then the rest will be curling out. Okay, and then let's see. This one will be a little more curly. And I'm sure that these are all uniformly, like an octopus has uniformly length tentacles. I'm not really sure how to measure that quickly for just a sketch. If I were to be doing a much more precise drawing or painting of this, I would figure out a way to ensure that that is how it looked. But that being the case, we're just doing a quick sketch here, and we'll be inking in the sketch. We're just going to make it look the best. We're going to do our best. We're going to eyeball it and do our best guess here. Thanks, Caitlin. Okay, so for this, all right, now let's just put in the underside here with all the suckers. Oh, so many hearts. So many hearts. Do the underside here. And then for this one, we'll kind of hint at the underside until it gets to here. Let's see. And then this will be the underside. And we'll add circles. And they're not pointy. They don't have pointy tips, so we're going to round those out. Okay. And I believe if I'm remembering correctly, they have rows of that go all along, and so it's not random. This kind of looks a little bit random, but they do have rows of tentacles that work with each other. But we're just going to put circles now. Get the best idea that we can here. Okay, and let's put that here to kind of indicate. I don't know. I want to get the feeling that there's that this is skin in between here and not just super hard flesh, because it is like a flap. It's like a webbing in between the tentacles. All right, so we got the first two down. I think I'm gonna make this one just a little bit thicker, and we'll call it good. Okay. All right. Now for the rest. The curliness here. So since this octopus is looking pretty much straight this way, it's kind of hiding this side of its body. So most of the curliness is going to be happening over here on the right. And we'll just indicate a couple over here. Let's see. Like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look. How did I do this? Oop, how did I do this one? Okay, a little oval there. Like that. Let's see. And we kind of want this actually to be a little skinnier. So this should be the thickest. If they're all spaced more evenly, then this will be thicker, a thicker spacing to show that it's closest to us, and it'll get skinnier the more around we go. Since this is the skirt here, I kind of did this wrong. We're gonna redo that. Actually, let's get some of these lines out of the way. This is a skirt here, then this will be a much skinnier tentacle here, like that. Okay, I think that looks about the same uniform length, right? Let's see. I'm going to rotate a little bit. Because I'm right-handed, it helps to rotate. You know, to get these curves right. We're going to make this a little bit longer. I think. Yeah, that looks good. Ooh, oh man, I love the curliness. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining. I've put you into the raffle. I'm glad you could make it. We're drawing your request, the octopus. And we're drawing these really cute curly arms. No worries. The art hour continues. And it's a long art hour, so if you can't make it for all of it, that's fine. Right? Yeah. Caitlin's here. Caitlin's here watching from work. Okay, so now for this arm, because this arm would be like the, let's see. Oof. It didn't really stick to the skirt like I thought it would. let's see. Since this arm pretty much has an arm immediately afterwards, we're not going to do this round area for the webbing. We're going to just kind of have a little hook at the top to indicate that there's a roundness there. They have many strange parts. And actually octopi, there is a huge debate on what to call multiple of the octopus. And apparently octopuses is the grammatically correct one because it's Greek and octopi is a Latin root. I did a little anatomy, yes. So like there was the obviously I found the most interesting was the mating parts and how the males like there's some species of males that just give the females their depositor for the female to use later, like super practical. And the blue blood, I did not know that octopus have blue blood. And when I did a little research into that, I found out it's because it manages oxygen in the at cooler temperatures better. Yeah, Shannon. Yeah, I did see that Shannon said octopod, and I guess that's one too. I really don't know because I'm not a professional. Yeah, so male. So this is a female because we are not drawing the depositors. They're two extra arms, and here I'll kind of just do a little sketch. Here, like a depositor would kind of, instead of having the regular tentacle, it'd be like this, and then at the end it would have that. And however, kudos to the males. They somehow get their sperm in there, and they either directly deposit this onto the female, or during mating, or they just give her the entire arm for her to use, and she just like tucks it up in her body for when she's ready. Oh man, it's so weird. I love it. Oh yeah, but like super practical. I'm not going to use this, and they die afterwards. I kind of feel bad. There's nothing really romantic. It's pretty practical. And then like after the deed is done, males die pretty much, and females, they die pretty shortly afterwards too, but not because not from the act itself, but because they just don't feed themselves, that watching over their eggs. They will not eat as they're watching over their eggs, and make sure that enough current, like they will blow current onto their eggs to make sure oxygen is flowing, and they'll try to protect the eggs as much as possible. And then after the eggs hatch, she dies. Like her job's done. Okay, there we go. Liking that. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. Let's see. How do we want to draw the undersides here? I saw that on a documentary about females. So what documentary did you watch? Is this like Blue Ocean, or? Because now I am interested. I'm more interested in this. Let's see. Is that what I want? No, actually. Since this tentacle will be facing away, we're going to have it like that. Okay. I think, is that what we want? Yeah, that's close enough. We're sketching here. This is a sketch. Okay, now for the final back to kind kind of just hint at it here. We don't need to go into big major details here. Because it's all behind, and that just makes it more difficult to draw, so we're just gonna try and simplify this as much as possible. Okay. There you go. Yeah, planet Earth or blue planet. Yes, Attenborough. Attenborough is just the best. He has the best voice. How old is he anyway? He's in his 80s, right? It's David Attenborough, right? He's the one who narrates that? Or am I misunderstanding? I am not remembering off the top of my head who Richard is. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to help me. Yes, yes, yes. Please do. If you have, and if you're doing that while I'm drawing this, let me know. If you have any fun tidbits to share, I would be happy to learn them while here on the art hour. And also, Mom, uh, so you said um, in your request that you wanted the octopus like the possum, and I was wondering, so like I was doing a partying opossum, right? And I wondered if you had any particular ideas about what you wanted that to look like. One of them is the actor who was in. Oh yeah, the other narrates. Yes, draw, Caitlin, draw. I mean, obviously, when you have time, it's very difficult to prioritize drawing when you're at work. But whenever you have time, yes, I highly encourage to draw. Highly encourage you to draw. It's a very I feel art is a very necessary thing for humans to do. Even if it's just for yourself, even if nobody's going to see it, um, it's still necessary. So these circles are not at all uniform, and maybe when I go ink these in, I'll try to figure that out. Oh, just something fun? Yeah, we can do something fun. Faux show. Let's see. Mm, trying to keep these circles straight is a little. Whew. There you go. A little difficult. Okay, so we have the octopus all figured out. Let's see now. How do we want to make this fun? Let's see. I like bubbles. Bubbles are fun. Let's see. A deep water sea creature. Simscape begin. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what would be good. Like, how would we do this? Like, we could put seaweed or coral. coral is fun. They like to be hidey rocks, you know. They like to hide in rocks and blend in. If I had, if I were to watercolor this, I would do more research onto what kind of environment this particular octopus would be hiding in, and would do that accordingly. I think if I wanted to watercolor this, I would want a variety of things. I would want the octopus to stand out. So I think what I'll do is I will another time office octopus. Yes. Oh man. Try and somehow fit like a little like button up t-shirt and it has all like these little office supplies in the I love it. Oh, that would take a little bit more research, but I think I could do it. Could I do it? You know what? Okay, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's 6. Okay. We should moving on. No, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's one way back here I tried to fit in for 8. So I think we're good unless I can't count. And if that's the case, I blame you. And all the teachers that came before me. But I know I can count, so kudos to you and the teachers that came before. Let's see. Okay, I think we're gonna do some seaweed and keep it simple because we have to move on to the next one. Oh, 1 arm facing, yeah, 2 typing. Yes. Like yes. I wonder how octopi would fare on the phone. I imagine they're just so wily that they might not be good customer service people, but they would figure out your oh, oops, sorry. They would figure your problem out. So as long as you're willing to work with a potentially sassy consultant, I think it'd be pretty good to go. Okay. Hi, Sam. Thanks for joining. Faxing. Okay. Yeah, faxing still happens nowadays. Not as much because everything can be done via email and can send documents that way, but faxing still happens. Okay, so there we go. I think up a little here. Here is the octopus. Okay, now to my poor stand. Now to ink. Let's ink it in. Okay. Okay, left to right so I don't accidentally ruin things. Hey Terry, thanks for joining. We are currently finishing up the octopus and adding the ink. So where do I want to start? Left to right so I don't accidentally smudge the ink before it dries. Let's do the octopus first, then we'll go in for the seaweed. Let's see. Hey Terry, to enter into today's drawing, do you have any sketch requests or ideas that you would like to have me try out if there is enough time at the end of this art hour? Thank you. Yes, the octopus generally have rectangular pupils, and other cephalopods can have W-shaped pupils, which blows my mind. Oh, I can't wait to go to the art store and get myself a fine-tipped pen that will do the job. I have other fine-tipped pens, but if I were to use them and watercolor on them, they would wash out. So I don't want to accidentally do that to my drawing. Here we go. Yes, there was a whole discussion on octopus mating habits that you missed out on. So as you see there, I kind of missed it here, where I was drawing in from one angle, right? And I went to draw in from the other angle, and the lines uh, didn't quite meet up. So I'm covering that up. I'm like, it is a mistake that I can easily cover up with a circle. So there you go. It just looks like it's a smooth transition. You don't even know what happened. One time I drew an octopus. Oh, the top hat and tee. That is so cute. I love it. So proper. Such a proper octopus. Let's see, maybe I should draw the circles first. Because the little suckers, they protrude from the tentacle, right? So if I draw the outside line of the tentacle and then add circles, it might not look as good. So we're gonna draw the circles first. Hopefully more uniformly spaced. And then make them look a little more suckery, a little more texture to them. Okay, here, I'm gonna, so you guys can see what I'm working on here. So instead of just drawing like a straight line like I did starting here, I'm gonna kind of do a little C, like the letter C in between each of these. And I'll add a little bit of dimension to it, I think. So you can see that these are protruding. Okay. Make a little more like that. Okay. Oops. Did you draw? Nope, we're just finishing the first one. Oh, did I draw another one? I did do a quick sketch on sketch paper before I got to this one. And this one is done on watercolor paper. Okay. Now for this one here. Is it focusing? Focus, focus. And add a second row kind of in the back there. There we go. And then up here. Okay. 2 arms down, 6 to go. Let's do these ones next because they're right there. Okay. Whew. So many circles. So many circles, guys. So, so how this works is I'm kind of imagining that this curl is happening kind of in front of this. So I'm trying to figure out how to draw this, but still give myself enough room to modify it so it definitely looks like that. Like that's the direction that this curl is happening. Okay, so we're going to make this extra round to emphasize that. Okay. 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 I think we have. Okay. We have it, sort of. I feel like it doesn't quite work. But it's all there. All the elements we need are there. So we're just gonna let it be. Oop. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this one because it's easy. It's dry. Okay. 4 arms down, 5 arms down, 3 to go. Let's see. Let's start. Let's finish this head and then go from there. These thick eyelids, so cool. I forget what this tube is called. I read it. I still forget what the tube is called. Oh, I forgot to do a little flap in between here, the webbing. So we're going to include that. Here we go. Thinking long sleeves would be handy right now. Oh man. Oh, that would be so cool. It's super fashionable. Getting ready uh for August. Weather's getting a little cooler. Sweater weather. I don't know how you would put a turtleneck onto an octopus, but I kind of want to try it. Sorry, my hand keeps getting in the way and it's messing up with the focus because it's so, we're drawing so close here to the camera. There you go. Oof. They're so bendy. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're getting close here, guys. Nice. Oh, jeez. I forgot this eye. Ah. Oh, the calligraphy pen's good for this. There we go. Okay, last one. More difficult one because it's behind, so you can't get the smooth transition because of the piece right behind here, because of the arm in front of it. So we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. Let's see. Webbing, arm. how many rows of suckers an octopus has. I don't actually know. I didn't find that out. All right. Octopus is done. Now we're just going to add some lines for the seaweed. Nothing, we're not going to stick too hard to the lines here. There we go. Yes. Go, Mom, go. Oh, I forgot I was going to draw these in front of the octopus. Oh well. They don't need to do that. It's fine. Okay, there we go. Octopus is done. Ta-da! I'm liking it. Next one was submitted by Caitlin. The next request was submitted by Caitlin Marks. Barn owl and crystal ball. I know I'm on to you there. I'm on to you, Caitlin, with your labyrinth references. Got myself a little Jareth owl happening going on. Get my stuff here. Hydrate. Always gotta hydrate. Okay. How many suckers? Lots. Over 2,000, and number and arrangement depends, of course. Depends on octopus type. Okay, so. There we go. Okay. Let's get ready for the barn owl. I really loved looking at pictures for the barn owl. This was really fun. I enjoyed looking at pictures of owls and barn owls in particular because they have such interesting faces. Trying to convert, like, what am I trying to say? Trying to say, yep, there we go. Trying to portray the shape of the barn owl's face onto paper is a little trickier than I anticipated, but I loved it anyway. So I'm looking forward to actually putting this on here for realsies. And I decided we're going to do a crystal ball. Here's the owl, some leaves, and then if we have time, I thought having some stars, like a starry night, would be a nice touch. But we'll see if we have enough time for that. We spent a lot of time on the tentacles, I'm not sure. And that was not nearly as many dots as one could have here for stars. Okay, so let's start with I think for this, I want to leave a little bit more open space here, so if I want to add more details later, I can do that. It could be stars, it could be a nice message, it could be just watercolor if I wanted to do that. So we're going to just put this here, kind of leave a little bit more open space here than there is here, so if I want to add more details later, I can. Okay. Oh, sharer. Caitlin is a sharer. That means bonus. Labyrinth quote. Yes. Oh man, if there's time, I'm going to do the sketch. I'm going to do sketch first, and if there's time afterwards, I can add a quote. Since you are a sharer, I can see on the comments here that you shared this. You get a bonus entry into the raffle. So I'm going to put you in. All right. Caitlin Marks. There you go. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for joining. We're currently working on the Barnyard Owl and Crystal Crystal Ball. Ding. Okay. So we're going to start with the let's see. We want to leave a little bit. I think have some foliage here and here, and then the crystal ball here. And then we'll have the face of the barnyard owl here. It's kind of a little more rounder. Do round. The body of the barnyard owl, kind of right there. I think now. Let's see. The neck and the tail. Now this doesn't really leave a lot of room for the feet. Let's retry that. Let's try this again. Maybe a smaller body. I just love the face. Love the face. Let's see. It's kind of like a skirt. Here's the neck. Slightly smaller body with a tail. And then the legs. I thought looking at the legs of owls were pretty funny because the legs for owls tended to look kind of like this, like in the extreme. It's like their knees are like really close together. I thought that was funny. It made them look funny compared to like how humans stand. Okay. A little thigh there, and then long swooping feet for when they go in and catch their prey. Right? Oh my goodness. I saw a picture the other day of somebody who just had their owl, like their pet owl, and then they swooped up all the feathers from the bottom so you could see their legs, and their legs were super long. Like they hide them under all those feathers. I believe it was like three. There we go. So, something I have done before, actually, on that note, Caitlin, is sometimes, me and my friends send pictures of cute animals to each other, and this person sent me a picture of, yeah, right, Mom? Oh man, I did share that, didn't I? Oh, so good. Well, this particular friend sent me a picture of an owl that had all its feathers splayed out, you know, like it was like, you know how owls do, or any bird does when they're about to bathe, you know, and it looked like a skirt. So what I ended up doing was I kind of drew on the picture, the meme that they sent me. I drew the owl like it was a ball gown. Like the wings were a ball gown, and it had like these lovely shapely lady legs underneath. Ah, so fun. Okay, go. Okay, now it's kind of I'm gonna set this up here for the body, just the body shape, and then we're gonna get to the face. The face is the fun part for me. Okay, wings. That. Okay. Round top, and then the face is kind of circles out from like the two eyes, right? So get a little bit like the forehead here is curved. It has a pretty flat top of the head, but when you add the feather craziness, what are those called? Colics? I'm not sure. Um, Around the eyes, it gives this like little V here, like kind of a widow's peak. And then this here just goes like way down. Like the beak goes pretty far down. So I'll draw a little beak here. And then from there, it gets kind of floofy. Got those big owl eyes. And from what I saw, from the pictures I saw, barnyard eyes are pretty dark. So we can go pretty, we don't have to focus so much on the pupils like we would with other ones. But we're going to add them anyway. Yeah, let's see. Add just the slightest little eyelid here, kind of cover the top, and it kind of gives it like a little eyeliner look around the eyes. Anywho, yeah, yeah, it happens. Okay, I think, let's see, how do I feel about that? How do I feel about this? The beak might be a little too long. No, it kind of adds to the intensity. I like it. We're going to keep it. Okay. I'm going to kind of try to allude to how the feathers go around the eye. Maybe. For my birthday, my boyfriend took me to an aviary. Oh, I mean, birds are they are so cool. But if you have a favorite bird, it's kind of sad when they don't have that. You know, I think that this beak is a little too long for me. I kind of want it to be a little shorter. There we go. They do have very unique faces. All right, so now we're going to kind of just, I think, shorten the face, make it a little rounder, less oval. Ooh, what was that like? Like, I'm assuming you had to wear like one of those because they have such like sharp claws, right? You'd have to wear a special glove for in order to hold an owl. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Mom. They had a snowy owl and a smaller one. Oh, I'm pretty sure somebody was like Hedwig for the snowy owl. Okay, so when I was looking at barnyard owls, this part was pretty white. The wings and the back were brown and mottled. So we're gonna kind of just indicate that a little bit. Here. I'm just doing kind of V shapes. Quick V shapes. Okay, like that. Okay, crystal ball. You know what? This would probably be best served with a compass. I'm just eyeballing this here, right? I'm eyeballing it. Let's see. Sure, there's a better way to do this than what I'm currently doing, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not sure where my compass is right now. I bought one. I put it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Okay. That looks round enough to me. Okay, now how do we go about making this look like a crystal ball and super shiny and awesome? I didn't get to that actually because I was so focused on the barnyard owl's face. I didn't really get to do that as much as I thought I would. You know what? I think I want to put these a little lower. There we go. I love painting them. Oh, really? Oh, man. How would you even ship that? That is so cool. I'm so happy for you, Caitlin. I've yet to have anybody buy any of my pieces from the UK. Hey, Spencer, thank you for joining. We're currently working on Caitlin Mark's request for Barnyard Owl and Crystal Ball. We're just finished sketching the owl, and I just put in the ball. Now we're going to go in and add some leafery. I didn't leave enough room because I was like, oh, these legs need to be super long. Let's see. I didn't leave enough room for the leaves I had planned originally in my first sketch, but I do like the leaves, so I'm gonna kind of have them up here, I think, and right here, kind of behind the owl. Let's see. Oh, focus, camera. Spencer, do you have any requests, like sketch requests? If you do, you can be entered into the raffle for to win one of the sketches I draw here today. Same for you, Terry. You're here, but you didn't do any sketch requests yet. I am open to trying out different sketch requests at the end of this, after I finish the three that were submitted before the Facebook Live event. All right. Let's see. Ooh, I love an angelfish. Ooh, yes. Angelfish are so pretty. Okay, I think there's a couple leaves over here. And we will be good to go. All right. Ta-da! Now for the ball part. I did not research the ball, how to draw that. A second. I'm gonna just make this a little bit thicker. The eyes. You know what? I just love the expression on this first one. I'm gonna see if I can try and recreate it. Like the eyes are a little bit bigger, I think. Maybe a little too big, anatomically speaking, but you make it so cute. Okay. Kind of make it dark. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm distracting myself. I should be focusing on how to draw the ball. Okay, so we're going to do, so if we're going to put a quote here after the fact, we don't have to worry about like light sources necessarily coming from over there. So we'll just do a very generic light source. I think. There we go. All right, sketch is done. Time for the drawing, the actual inking. Thanks, Caitlin. I'm glad you like it. This is the person, you're the person I'm hoping to please the most here with this one because it's your request. So let's start with the owl. Make sure the owl's good. And then we'll go on to the circle, I think. I think that's how we should start this. Go. Okay. Oh, cuddly shark. Like a shark in the style of an adorable Labrador. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. So Terry. Oh, here. Said angelfish. Feel free to edit it if as you wish, because it's an angelfish. Spencer Fowler. We'll do cuddly shark. Cuddly Labrador shark. How do you spell Labrador? Oh, there we go. With an A, not an O. Labrador shark. All right. Those ideas are on the paper, and I'm going to put you guys into the drawing. Oh. Into the drawing you go. Excellent. Oh, can you see that? Here we go. Got some floofy feathers covering up the leg there. The long leg. There we go. All right. Yes, the face. Okay, Sam? Sam? Could you mute that? I think so. Or do you not have your laptop with you? Okay. I'm sorry, I thought you were on it. my computer doesn't have speakers. Yet. There we go. Kathy is watching but having trouble seeing comments. Oh, that's sad. Facebook Live, what's going on? Here we go. Whew. Okay, there we go. I think that is good. Okay. I have Labyrinth song stuck in my head. It's only forever, not long at all. Lost and lonely, down in the underground, we'll find someone new. Down in the underground, underground. Now I'm going to a different song. Dun 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 dun. I don't know what I'm about to say, I'll say it anyway. Shying away, I'll be coming for your love, okay? On me, take on me, take me on. Okay, I kind of think I might have botched that a little bit. I'm gonna just leave that be, and I'll fix that afterwards. After the art hour. Let's finish these leaves and then call this a project. That went the wrong way. Oh well. On my phone, I can see the comments, but the owl is small, yo. Your voice is stereo now. It's okay. This will be on available to rewatch later. It is more fun, I think, to be able to talk to people though. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. Owl with crystal ball complete. And I think I'm gonna try and fix this crystal ball after the fact. But we're just gonna leave it as is for now. All right. 2 done. All right. Now we're on to Kathy's suggestion, which was, let's see, what was her suggestion? She wanted colorful flowers with a mouse. Now, I won't be able to do colorful flowers because I don't have my watercolors in front of me. It's just going to be ink. But I decided after seeing, colorful flowers with the mouse, I got to thinking about what would I want? Like what kind of flowers are blooming at this time of year that I can incorporate into the picture and have a really cute mouse with it. And let me tell you, if you want to make yourself happy, go and research. Just go and type into like the Google image or whatever search engine and look for mouse and flowers. Like mouse and sun. I decided to go with sunflowers because they like to eat seeds. But pretty much any flower, and you'll find super cute cute videos and cute pictures, and oh, it's so good, and it can make your day so much happier. I highly recommend doing that. So I know how to draw a sunflower. I needed a little bit of work to figure out how to draw a mouse. So this one is not the complete sketch, right? This is just the just a preliminary how do you draw a mouse. So this is not going to look at all like the final sketch, but it will get us to where we need to go. Okay. So we're going to be doing sunflowers, or a sunflower. Thanks. I'm so glad you guys like it. Oh, I bet the area smells so good, Terry. Okay, so how you go about drawing a sunflower is pretty simple, and I love it. I love that it's so simple. Pretty much draw, and I think unlike the other ones, I personally prefer an asymmetrical look to to um, to my drawings. To me adds a little bit of a dynamic that makes you want to look around the page a little bit more. But if you center things right, it is also very striking. I think I want to do that. Have this sunflower be center, and then I'll have like the mouse kind of creeping underneath, looking up for scraps of, looking up towards the sunflower, trying to get the seeds of the sunflower. And we're just going to do a simple sunflower, not at an angle or anything, just straight on, uh, straight on sunflower so you can get all the petals and all the seeds. So when you go to draw a sunflower, it's kind of like drawing a iris of an eye. So you draw this iris here, and you can draw the pupil. And this is generally where the most condensed seeds are, so it's either going to look really dark because there are more, or it's going to look really light because those are the ones that I believe fall out first. So these will either have fallen out, or they will be, or they're more condensed. So we'll do that, and then we'll do, let's see, how many petals? There are a lot of petals, and generally when you draw a sunflower, you want to do like 2 rows. So like here will be like the first row of petals, and then you'll do a second back row of petals, and that's all you really need to do in order to get the sunflower feel. Let's see, and then we're just gonna, I want to make sure all the petals are kind of the same size. Oh yeah, I should find my compass. This will make that easier, make this a little easier. There we go. All right. Oh, thanks. I'm trying to keep my nails short to motivate myself to actually practice playing the violin, because it's really hard to play the violin when you have long nails. So I did these to match, an outfit I was wearing the other day. And I quite like the look. It kind of has a watercolor underwater look. No, and I used to not actually, oh, I'm so glad you like sunflowers, Kathy. I thought bright colors, that if you can look at a sunflower, you know it's bright and beautiful, right? So I thought I would do that. I used to actually not really be into nails and nail art, because nail polish is such a tricky medium to work with. I'm like, oh, I can. When I was younger, at least, I was like, oh, I'll try doing my nails, and it didn't come out right at all. You know, it was very frustrating, and I decided never to do it again. But then when I got older, a few years ago, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to just watch the bejesus out of a whole bunch of nail art videos, because they were just so pretty and so inspiring to watch that. And then I tried it and I got into it. I still believe that nail polish is fickle to work with, just because it can get so sticky. And you have like 5 seconds to work with before it starts to dry, depending on the nail polish and how cheap it is. If it dries too quickly, then then it's really difficult to get a smooth texture over the whole entire nail. But I made it work. I figured out what the techniques are, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And now that I don't have a job that requires me to not have nail polish, I don't work in a food area, area. I can doll up my nails if I want to. It's just nice. Okay, so this looks a little bit more uniform than I want to, but that's fine. There are ways to modify this so that you can get a different, the sunflower feel. And there might be more petals than what I have put on here on a normal sunflower, but this is what we're going to work with for right now. And the techniques I'm going to use will make it so it doesn't really matter. You know it's a sunflower, right? This is the first row, and then when we kind of perfect this, we'll add the back row after the fact. One thing about petals is that the closer they are to the stem, the more firm they are and the more uniform they are. The further away, this is for petals from any flower, right? The further away they are, the less uniform they get because they get thinner, they get more bendy, they're not as sturdy. So that's where a lot of the variation comes in, is at the very tips of the petals, or towards the edges and the edges of the petals, depending, because some can get pretty wavy on the edges. So that's where I'm going to start. That's where I'm going to start on modifying these and making these less uniform and more realistic. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see, do that. Kind of off to the side here, like that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Less uniform. Oh, this one's pretty uniform. Let's try this again. So it has a little bit more character to it. Now we're going to go in and do the back row. They're all going to have different heights, still widths. That's how I draw my sunflowers. Anyway, and you know, the younger the sunflower, the more uniform it's going to be, because it hasn't lost it. It hasn't lost its petal integrity. I don't really know how else to describe it. There we go. All right, now for the center. Okay, now how do I want to do the center for when I go to ink this? Because sunflower seeds look really cool. They have this very interesting pattern. You know, complex pattern that emerges that looks really cool. Let's see. I don't know how exactly how to do this because generally when you just if you're going to do this drawing, it's very dark. So maybe I'll just have this be black, and I'll have some sunflower seeds out here, and they're not gonna be circles. They're gonna be like diamond shapes out towards the edges. And have a couple in here to allude that there are more that might not be shown or detailed. Here we go, kind of like that. There we go. And then I think when I go to draw this, this is going to be solid black. And then this is not going to be solid, but it's going to have some texture. It's going to have some texture with the brush strokes, and then have some diamonds to indicate this. These are sunflower seeds. Let's see, anything else before I go to the mouse? I think I'll add some texture lines here to the petals. There we go. All right, I think that is it for the sunflower. Getting the sunflower going. Now for the mouse. Let's see, how do I want to make this mouse onto here? I think we'll have it looking up. Have a tail like that. And then, let's see. You know what? All right. Thanks, Caitlin, for being here. This was awesome. If you are the winner of the raffle, I'll let you know, and we'll talk about getting your winning drawing over to you over Facebook Messenger. All right, you take care, and you have a good Sunday evening. All right, so I think maybe what I want to do here is I actually want to make this mouse smaller and kind of over a little basket of sunflower seeds. That's what I'm thinking. Like the head, little basket. Maybe the basket will be a little lower. Like that. I think I like that. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can mimic the head here so it's facing up. Oh, you know what? I think it's a little too far over. I'll have to be over here. There we go. Yeah, that ear's not a mouse ear. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you're liking it. It is your request, so it makes me happy when you say that. Can get some pudge on that belly. Half the arms. Kind of reaching into the barrel there. Oh, that's okay. So I'll let you know over Facebook Messenger if you win the raffle or not, and then we can go from there. Okay, there we go. Got a little mouse with its paws in the basket. Bye, Caitlin. Have a good evening and hopefully a good week. Okay. I'm going to draw some seeds in here and call it good. All right. Yes. Escape. Escape. Get out of work. Okay. There we go. Mouse is drawn. Let's see. I think you could draw a stem. You could draw other details here. I think. Okay, sweetie, I'm out. Yep, go for it. Feed the beast. Thanks, Mom, for being here. Love you lots. And I will, again, let you know if you win the raffle or not over Facebook Messenger. Okay. You know what? We'll do maybe some leaves. You know what? No. If I want to, I might add some details afterwards, but we're going to just leave it as is. It has been, 2 hours since I started this. So I'm going to, I'm just going to ink this in and call it, and then call it. All right. And then and then do the raffle. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks, Terry. I am pleased with how this has turned out. I think cute animals is just where it's at for me. I'll be back if I can. Oh, no, go for it. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right. Okay, petals. Oop. Okay. Time for the sunflower seeds. The diamonds. And now that I'm realizing what time it is, I'm realizing that my butt's actually quite asleep. So I'm trying not to rush this. But at the same time, oof. Okay. There we go. Oh, sorry. I don't think I was doing that out of sight. Oh, I'm so scared to do this. I'm prepared. we'll use the thicker part of this calligraphy pen. Ooh, you know what? I kind of like that. It's going to add some good texture to it. Ooh, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. It's adding some interesting ink texture. Numbut, yes! Oh, Audrey's got the numbut. Ooh. Okay. Whew, okay. I'm liking how this is turning out. It's quite nice. Benefit to a calligraphy pen. Maybe I didn't have to draw those rectangles before at all, because this is handling it quite well. It's giving that same effect quite well. It's like this isn't the... If I were to hone this, I think it would look better. Oh, I'm realizing this is completely out of focus and out of range of the camera. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Sunflowers, seeds. Now for the mouse, we'll call it a project. We'll call it a day. A little shiny spot there on the eye. that is that. There we go. Last one. Done for today. Let's see. So here we have the 3 sketches. We have the octopus. We have the owl and crystal ball. And we have the sunflower mouse. Now it's time for the raffle. Ta-da! Okay. Oh my god. This setup, I swear, is a little janky. Ah, okay. Okay. So. Oh, thanks, Terry. Okay, so for the winner for today's raffle and art hour will get the piece of their choice. And that winner is... Nope, I just grabbed a whole bunch. I just want one. Can't look at them. Not looking at them. Looking at you guys. Eye contact. Okay. All right, it's Terry. Terry, you won. Congrats. Ta-ta. All right. And you're here. I'm so pleased. Yeah, so with the ideas that didn't get drawn today, I'm going to do my best to draw them during the week, and they'll be up on Facebook. I think, you know what, for people who participated, they should get like a discount code or something, because it feels a little bit janky to get your request put in and have it drawn, and then you have to purchase it when you participate. And I want to kind of encourage participation. So maybe for the drawings that weren't, for the people that were here today during the art hour and participated, you'll get like a 20% off discount of a purchase. Yeah, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you especially Terry and Spencer for being here towards the very end. This went on way longer than I thought it would. So I'm gonna, I think, have to reevaluate how I want to do future art hours or future raffles, requests and raffles. But I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I'm very appreciative that you guys are here, and I hope that you all have a great week. I'll talk to you, Terry, on Facebook Messenger, and I will see you guys later. Bye.